Don't go, James. My father will change his mind.
Wilma, your father is a marquis. He will never permit you to marry a carpenter. I need to make my fortune, and you know I must leave Sussex to do so.
Take this. It was a gift to Queen Elizabeth from her one true love, Sir Robert Touchy. She never took it off, not until the day she died.
Wilma, I couldn't. I have nothing to give you in return.
Then consider this locket a symbol of our love. Torn apart one day to be made whole again.
I will prove myself worthy of you. I swear it.
I've been looking at ways to expand the business, and I'm afraid we're years away. We just don't have the money.
I think I found a solution to that problem.
Liverpool to Boston, May 1822. Passenger Jacob Jameson, occupation carpenter.
Now, look at this.
Jacob Jameson became well known in Boston for his high-quality handmade furniture. Oh, I've never heard of him. Are his pieces valuable?
Not particularly. Keep reading.
You know, you could just tell me.
Where's the fun in that?
He then bought a parcel of land in Massachusetts and founded the town of Wilmington, where he married and lived out his days. Oh, you're not saying... Jacob Jameson is James Jacobs?
It all fits. Jacob Jameson, a carpenter, left England in 1822 and founded a town called Wilmington. One is a coincidence, but altogether...
That's a decent theory. Do you think the missing half of the True Love locket is in Wilmington, Massachusetts?
Maybe, but their records aren't digitized and no one's answering my calls, so...
I wish your mother were here right now.
I know. Reuniting the True Love locket was all she ever talked about. She carried this everywhere. Years of research. I wish I could tell her what I found.
You know, if she was here, she'd be halfway to the airport without letting you finish your sentence. You already booked your flight.
Okay, yes, but don't tell anyone where I've gone. You know what will happen if word gets out.
Yeah, cute little Wilmington will be overrun by treasure hunters. Mum's the word. Literally.
Think about whether we should expand to Paris or Amsterdam.
Amelia, if you find the missing half of Queen Elizabeth I's True Love locket, you won't have to choose. All your dreams will come true.
Hi. Look like you can use a hand.
No thank you. Roadside assistance is on the way.
Oh, you sure I can help?
No, really. I'll wait.
Okay. Jack, your roadside assistance today.
That I am. And you must be Amelia?
Yes. There was a funny sound coming from underneath the car.
Let's have a look-see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think the axle's broken. I'll have to tow the car into town. It'll take a while to get it hitched up.
Well, I can give the lady a ride into town.
I don't get into cars with strangers.
Well, I'm Marcus. You're Amelia. Now we aren't strangers.
Is that how it works in small American towns, or just in horror movies?
You're right with this one. He's well known around these parts.
It isn't that far to River House B&B.
How did you know that's where I'm going?
Well, I knew a guest from England was arriving today, and I don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to deduce that's you.
Just how small is this town?
Barry.
Thanks for the lift, but I think I could have walked.
That would have been very unneighborly of me.
Can I at least give you some money for petrol?
Ooh, absolutely not. And we call it gas around here.
Thanks. That's very kind of you. No one in London would look out for a stranger.
I thought we stopped being strangers about a half hour ago.
I suppose we did. My first acquaintance in Wilmington.
Oh, acquaintance. Ouch.
We can hardly be friends. Surnames are required for that.
Is that how y'all played across the pond? As I'll have you know, sharing last names is a big step around here. Oh, excuse me. That's work. You know what? Head on in. Francine's expecting you. And, welcome to Wilmington, Miss Scott.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Francine.
Hi, Amelia. Lovely to meet you.
Amelia, come on in.
Oh, thank you.
You're the only guest right now. Most people prefer the new chain hotel 10 minutes up the freeway.
But this place is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Look at those hand-carved flowers on the stairwell.
Yeah, a bit crooked, but I love them too.
How old is the house?
Hannah, how old is the house?
It was built in 1824 by our town founder, Jacob Jameson. He also built the founder's house where the mayor lives and the town hall.
You are going to ace that quiz tomorrow. Amelia, this is Hannah, my daughter.
Hi.
Hi. Are you a budding historian?
Well, I want to be an officer of the law when I grow up.
Right. Well, I'll make sure to mind my P's and Q's around you.
What are P's and Q's?
I have absolutely no idea. Why did Jacob Jameson name the town Wilmington? After his true love?
Well, his wife's name was Jane, so I sure hope not. Let me show you to your room.
Right, thank you.
I hope this is all right.
It's lovely.
You're welcome to join us for dinner.
Oh, thanks, but I'm a bit jet-lagged. I think I'll settle in for the night.
I'll leave a sandwich outside the door in case you get hungry. And breakfast will be complimentary at the diner down the street. And there's a map of the town here.
Sounds perfect. Thank you.
Of course.
Good morning, friend from England.
Morning. You work here too?
I like to bake. Fresh Danish?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
Your car won't be fixed for a few days. Still waiting on parts.
I spoke with the rental company this morning. At least I'll be getting a full refund.
Good. And don't fret, you can walk the length of the town in 20 minutes, and I got a taxi service in a pinch.
Mechanic, baker, taxi driver. Anything else?
Amelia, come meet the Wilmington Tourism Board. Also, the Historical Society bowling team, Euchre Club, depending on the day. This is Kim, this is Julie, this is Nancy, and Claudia here is the librarian.
Hi, lovely to meet you. I'll be visiting the library later today.
Oh, this library's only open on Saturdays. Funding cuts.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to research the town's history.
No one cares about our town. Why would you come here instead of anywhere else?
Well, I'm an antiques dealer, here to verify the provenance of an item, and my search brought me here.
Oh, and what's the item?
I can't say, I'm afraid. Confidentiality.
That sounds exciting. No one's interested in our old junk.
Oh, well, you'll be surprised what old junk can be worth. This, for example. It's a crystal sugar sifter with a silver lid. One moment. It's hallmarked 1832, Sheffield. English silver, quite valuable. I'm surprised to find it here, especially being used so casually.
There's things like this all over town.
Well, if you have things like this, you should get them appraised.
I have old jewelry from my grandmother I never wear.
Jewelry's my speciality. I could meet you here tomorrow morning.
Can I bring something too?
Absolutely, if you can point me in the direction of the town archives.
Sure.
Great.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, Amelia.
Good morning, Marcus.
Oh, nice studs.
Thanks, Jack. It's off the court. Just gotta stop by the office real quick.
Oh, then you can show Amelia to the archives. It's on your way, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's straight out of a film. Maybe a few more empty storefronts, but still. Picturesque American town.
It's changed a lot. When I was a kid, every weekend was some kind of event. And the streets were full of day trippers from Boston.
What happened?
People just forgot about this place. Jobs dried up. Usual story, I guess. Francine and I are working to bring this place back to life, somehow.
You and Francine?
We co-own the B&B. She's my youngest sister. Hannah's my niece.
Oh. How nice.
What about your boyfriend? He's all right with you jetting off solo to America?
He would be, or he wouldn't be my boyfriend. My only partner is my business partner. Oh. What's this? An antique shop?
Yeah, been closed for years.
Oh, that's a shame. It's the perfect spot for an antique shop. I've already seen a few pieces I could sell in a heartbeat.
Are you an antique dealer?
Yes. I own my own shop in London.
Oh. Are you here on official business?
So, this is the main square.
Yep, that's town hall right there. It's home to the mayor's office and the library and the sheriff's office right over there.
Sheriff? Like the Wild West? Will I be meeting John Wayne?
Is that your type? The all-American cowboy? Wrong part of the country for that.
What part of the country is this?
It's more the rabble-rousing revolutionary type.
And that's you? I suppose I should hide my tea then. Well, wasn't it here your countrymen threw all the tea in the sea?
Boston, yeah. Kicked off the whole revolution.
Such a waste. No wonder the English were so upset.
The archives are just in there. Just ask at the mayor's office.
Thank you.
What are you hoping to find?
I'm trying to prove the provenance of an item, and my search led me here.
Must be something special.
Nothing worth starting a revolution for. Maybe I'll see you around?
It'll be impossible not to.
Hello.
Oh, he scared me half to death.
Sorry about that. I'd like to access your town archives, please.
Bob, you have a visitor.
Yeah, I'm just on the phone.
Have a seat. He'll be a minute.
Thank you. Have you worked for the mayor long?
I don't work here. I'm just helping Bob plan the town's birthday party. Mayor Truman, I'm his girlfriend. And no, I run my own business, online. I sell secondhand goods.
Antiques? Are you a dealer?
Oh, no, maybe. I sell old things, so I suppose.
If, you need someone to have a look at your stock.
Oh, you own your own shop. Impressive.
Mayor's special order. Sorry it took so long.
Hi, Jack. He's always grumpy on an empty stomach. Can you please put the food over there?
Jack does not count as a visitor, Poppy.
Hi, that would be me.
Hello, Mayor Bob Truman. How can I help you?
I am Amelia Scott, an antiques dealer based in London, and I've come all this way to see your archives.
Oh, I'm sorry, the archives are closed. There's no one to take care of them. Budget cuts. Bye, Bob. Yeah, later, Jack.
That explains why your collection isn't digitized.
It is on the list, but you can imagine how long that list is these days.
Perhaps I can help. I am trained in conservation. I'd be happy to organize and preserve the more fragile pieces in exchange for access.
Poppy, look at this.
Yes, what is it?
The calligrapher has spelled Wilmington with 2 L's in every invitation.
Oh no, this is a disaster.
So the archives.
Yeah, maybe next week. I'm sorry, we are just so busy with the town's 200th anniversary Founders Ball.
You should come. Everyone will be dressed in period costumes. It's this Friday and we have plenty of tickets left.
Yes, too many.
Don't start. You're the one who's supposed to have all the friends in high places.
Who you were supposed to call.
I called them.
Oh, really? When did you call them?
Last week.
And I told you they need a month head start.
How am I supposed to know that?
These people need a lot of time.
I didn't have the list. You never gave it to me.
I gave it to you like a month ago.
Oh dear.
Well, that's not the face of a successful treasure hunter.
You're right.
Maybe this was a mistake.
Well, you can't be saying that already.
I need to get into those archives, or this is all for nothing. I just wish Mum was here. She'd know exactly what to do.
True. Not sure I'd recommend it, though.
I thought you were a barrister. A solicitor. A lawyer?
I know what a barrister and a solicitor are. I just don't know why you thought I was either.
You were off to court when I saw you last.
Yes, but as the investigating officer, giving testimony on a robbery case.
So you're a detective?
I'm the sheriff.
You don't even have a cowboy hat.
I don't ride a horse either. I only have one deputy, so we both do everything.
Like throwing innocent tourists into your jail?
I caught you breaking and entering. And I had to leave you somewhere while I dealt with the alarm company.
Great. Well, I thank you for your hospitality, but I'd much prefer sleeping without bars, so if you don't mind, I'm just...
Yeah, nice try. Have a seat. You still owe me an explanation. Why were you breaking into town hall?
It's silly, really. I just wanted a quick peek at the archives. The mayor refused, and I was curious why.
So you decided to break the law in a foreign country. Try again.
I'm trying to prove the provenance of an item, and I expect the answer to be in the town archives.
What's the item again? I don't think you told me.
I can't. Client confidentiality. You understand?
I can't force you to tell me the truth, but I can write you a ticket for trespassing on city property. Payable within 14 days. And Miss Scott?
Yes. I know you'll be watching me.
It's a small town. Everybody's watching you.
Everything all right? You seem upset.
I just did something dumb and almost... well, it doesn't matter. I found out your brother is the town sheriff.
Ooh, he takes that seriously, too. He was a detective in Boston, you know.
I assumed you both grew up here.
Yeah, we did. I stayed, Marcus didn't. He left for college and fell in love with the big city.
Why did he come back?
For me. My husband passed away. Cancer.
I'm so sorry.
It was a few years ago, but thank you. Yeah, Hannah was only a little girl, and her parents are in Florida, so Marcus took a leave from Boston PD, came back to help me. Help us through the worst of it. So when the sheriff position came up, he said it only made sense.
What a great brother.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if he regrets giving up so much for us, you know? But I'm so grateful he's here. I'm sorry to rattle on. You look beat.
Oh, no, you weren't. It's just jet lag. I should get some sleep. The map's missing.
Oh, the map of Wimbledon? I can just print you another.
No. This one had my notes on it.
Ah, right. You're looking for that provenance.
I hope someone didn't take it.
Or maybe it fell out of your bag. Where have you been?
The diner, the mayor's office, the sheriff. Oh, here it is. It was at the bottom of my bag.
That's a relief.
Odd. It was inside my journal, and I clasped it shut. How did it fall out?
You found it. No harm done. Amelia, good morning. Where would you like to start?
Start?
Appraising the antiques you offered?
That's right. Yes, I did. To the 4 people that were here.
Oh, I guess word got out.
Jack O'Shea. Wait, not the same Jack who does a...
At your service. So, who's got the most valuable stuff? And can I get a direct quote for next week's edition?
Well, never mind him. It's a big deal to have anyone from outside take an interest in a little town. But this is a bit much, isn't it?
Not at all. I think that's a real J&G Meekin. This is a beautiful example of Black Forest carvings from Germany. Is that a genuine revolutionary uniform?
You tell me.
This chain won't lifetime. No plastic. All right? Thank you. It's been ages since I've appraised like that.
Isn't that what dealers do?
Yes, but my partner handles most of the appraisals. I'm more in the acquisition side of things. Oh, thank you.
So you shop for a living. That sounds like fun.
Can be. Lots of sales are done online now, but collectors do still like to see a thing in person. Come to think of it, if your tourism board is looking for a way to bring people here, that could be it.
I'm listening.
You could easily turn this town into an antique lover's dream. You could host a fair to start. Too bad the 200th anniversary is so soon. That would be the perfect time.
Especially with the Founders Ball coming up. We can hold it the day after. Keep people in town?
Right. The mayor did say they were having trouble selling tickets and something like this could help. You know what, Francine? This might be a great idea. How good are you at organizing?
I'm a mom, it's all I do.
Then we need vendors. The locals will do our loop in Boston's antique scene and advertising everywhere.
On it. Oh, this is so exciting. We'll hold it in the community hall. Oh, but we'll need a permit from the mayor's office.
Let me handle that.
Whoa, where's the fire?
Oh, I was actually hoping to catch the mayor.
Well...
Oh, Mayor Truman.
Ah, Miss Scott, I am on my way out for the day. You come back tomorrow.
Right. Well, I thought you would want to know right away. I've contacted several of my colleagues in the antiques field in Boston, all of whom are thrilled to hear about Wilmington's 200th anniversary Founders Ball.
Really? They didn't know already? You're supposed to be inviting all the Boston bigwigs.
I did. They didn't RSVP.
I may not get you the politicians, but one word from me and all your unsold tickets will be snapped up by the antiques elite.
Oh, what's the catch?
Two things. Firstly, Francine will be organising an antiques fair this Saturday. She'll need permits.
Done.
And the second thing?
I'd like to see your archives, please. Now would be wonderful.
Mr. Mayor, I must interject. Miss Scott attempted to gain entry into the archives last night.
Well, I admire your tenacity, Miss Scott. We can give you a few minutes.
But Bob, we have reservations.
We do? Well, how about tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Great. Good.
Oh,
all right.
Right.
Well done.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
how's 9 a.m. sound?
What business is it of yours?
Well, I'll be accompanying you.
Great. So 9 a.m., all settled.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I hardly need a lawman babysitter. I'm a professional.
Well, that's as yet to be determined. Shall we? So, how long is this gonna take?
Not long, I hope. Apparently, I already know where to look.
What are you looking for?
The earliest documents from the town's founding. Ideally a census, any land holdings. Anything related to the founding family.
All right, so you're looking for a box from the 1820s.
It should be somewhere here.
Well, how did this happen? Where are the documents?
I'd love to know that.
When was the last time anyone was in here?
Oh, Marcus, I have no idea. My assistant retired, and there's been no money to replace her, so...
Well, there's no signs of forced entry. Nothing else seems to be missing. So that just leaves us with one big coincidence.
Well, seems like you have a theory. I will leave this investigation in your capable hands.
Let's take this one more time.
Let's not. Not only have I told you everything that happened this morning, but you were there to witness it. Had I said anything untrue, you would know. I'm leaving.
You'll leave when I say you can leave.
When did I become a suspect? You were with me the whole time.
I have no idea how long you were in there the first time. Now, from the beginning, please.
No, I had no idea the documents would be missing. And no, I didn't set up anyone else in town to steal them for me, but yes, I would like to know where they are as much as you would.
Okay. If you're as innocent as you claim, you'll have no objection to me searching your room for Francine's.
You can't be serious.
Do you have anything to hide?
Absolutely nothing at all.
Why is Uncle Marcus in your room?
An excellent question, Hannah.
Feel free to ask him.
Your uncle is a very thorough man. He's just doing his job with a little more gusto than necessary.
What's gusto?
Enthusiasm.
I'd choose a less polite synonym if it weren't for the company.
Is your search going that badly?
Without the archives, I don't know where to look next.
You know, if there's anyone who knows this town's history, it's Enid. She's the last descendant of the town's founder, after all.
Jacob Jameson?
Yep, in fact, this was her childhood home. We bought it when she moved to the retirement community just outside of town.
I didn't find anything. Lucky for you.
It's not luck, it's innocence. In fact, I might go and fetch a jumper. Unsupervised, ideally.
What's a jumper? Like a frog?
No, I think you'd call it a sweater. I don't know where jumper came from.
Well, maybe you jump into it.
That sounds fun. Do you want to help me choose which one to jump into? Come on.
What is going on with you?
I caught your guest breaking into the town archives, and now the archives are missing.
Okay, that's bad, but she didn't take them. That's obvious. She's way too stressed out about it.
Stress is a classic symptom of guilt, Francine. She's not telling us the truth about why she's really here.
Marcus, that's none of our business.
See, that's where you and I disagree, okay? She's hiding something, and I'm gonna find out what.
All right, since you're so determined, she wants to see Enid. Why don't you offer to take her? Nicely. She can use a friend, I think.
It's not a terrible idea.
At least you didn't make a mess. I suppose I can thank you for that.
I heard you'd like to go see Enid. I haven't seen her for a while. Why don't I drive you out there?
Thank you. But no.
Consider this my apology for searching your room.
Does that mean I'm no longer a suspect in the missing archives?
For the moment.
It is a really long walk.
Thanks for the lift, Sheriff.
My name is still Marcus.
Isn't that what people call you, like Doctor?
And here I thought we were friends.
Friends don't search friends' rooms.
But sheriffs do.
My point exactly.
Interesting logic. Is that just an English thing?
More like my way of saying, I understand you were just doing your job.
Thank you.
Enid. Enid.
Marcus. You must need me on official sheriff's business.
Yes, very official.
Oh, drat, how I hate to miss meditation class, but seems I don't have a choice. Sorry.
As you were.
Archives missing? Well, that's a shame.
Could the previous mayor's assistant have taken them?
Maribel retired a few years ago now. After 50 years of service to 6 mayors. She moved to Florida the next day, so I doubt it. My mother started the town archives. All our family papers were put there for safekeeping and to preserve the historical record.
Can you recall if there was maybe a will? Or possibly any insurance paperwork? Anything Jacob Jameson left for his descendants?
I honestly don't know. My mother was the real history buff.
I don't suppose you kept anything yourself?
No papers. Oh, there is something. This was embroidered by my ancestor, Jacob's wife, Jane. And it was handed down through the generations.
What is it?
It's a sewing sampler. Young ladies used to practice their embroidery skills on disposable bits of fabric. But this is unusual for several reasons.
Which are?
A married woman would have already known how to sew, which you can clearly see in the workmanship. And it's a poem, rather than the usual alphabet or Bible verse. Do you know anything else about it?
No. And nothing about Jane either. I tried to do one of those online ancestry searches for her, but Jane Shaw was a common name at the time, so I gave up pretty quick.
Well, you've kept it in remarkable condition.
It's been in a drawer for years. My mother always said it was our family legacy, and she made me promise to keep it safe, like her mother made her promise.
What makes it so special?
Well, maybe because it's the only thing of Jane's that survived.
No other heirlooms? No jewelry, for example, of Jacob's, maybe?
No, at least not that was passed down to me. Come in. Hello, Poppy.
Hello.
Do you know Amelia? She's visiting us from England.
Yes, we've met. Hello.
Hi.
Sheriff.
Hello.
How are the preparations going? Any more mishaps?
No, thank goodness. I spent all day yesterday at the printers. They spelled Wilmington with 2 L's. That's why the invitations are a bit late.
Thanks, Poppy. Very nice. I'll see you Friday.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, You know, Jacob made all his own furniture, and there's a whole lot of it at the River House. Maybe there's something in an old drawer or something somewhere.
I'm sorry I've been giving you such a hard time.
You take your job seriously. I admire that.
You're just doing yours at any cost. I admire that too. What are you doing?
Sometimes old furniture like this has hidden compartments. People always needed places to hide their secrets.
Oh, like secret jewelry?
You went through my bag. You read my mother's journal.
I didn't do either of those things.
Then why do you think I'm looking for jewelry?
Because you asked Enid if she'd ever inherited any.
Right, yes. Sorry, I shouldn't have accused you.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm a bit under pressure.
Right, to prove the provenance of whatever it is for your client. Except you aren't looking for provenance, you're looking for the item itself, right?
Why are you so interested?
Just trying to keep you from getting in trouble again.
How altruistic of you.
Oh no, it's completely selfish. I just don't want to do the paperwork.
It's a solid argument. And I wish I could, but I
know. You don't trust me yet.
Oh, wait, no, it's not that. I just...
It's client confidentiality, I get it.
What's this painting? Oh, this is smoke damage.
Oh yeah, that was in the nursery. There was a fire there like 100 years ago.
The frame would place it earlier than that. I'd like to have this painting restored. I'll pay for it.
Well, if it's urgent, I know a guy in Boston. He owes me a favor.
You know a guy? Oh. Well, no offense, but this is an antique work of art. It needs an expert.
Well, he's definitely an expert. I'll take this to Boston first thing in the morning.
Great. I'll come with you.
You think I can't manage an old painting by myself?
No, but maybe I'd just like to meet the kind of person who owes you favors. And I've never been to Boston.
Well, if you insist.
I do. It's a date. Wait, why aren't you taking the motorway?
Oh, yeah, this is a shortcut.
Oops, you used to live in Boston.
Like, how did you... Francine. Look, Boston was great, but also lonely. When I got back to Wilmington, I realized how much I missed it.
Still, I'm sure there are things about Boston that you miss.
Oh, for sure. The cannoli, for one. So you grew up in London?
No, Sussex. My father died when I was young, and Mum wanted a fresh start, so we moved to London. She opened her shop. I've lived there ever since.
How'd you like working with family?
It was great, actually. I don't know that I appreciated it fully, but I do miss her.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that...
No, it's okay. I'm just grateful that I had the time to say goodbye. And even more grateful that I can finish what she started.
Finish? Are you closing your shop?
Oh, no, certainly not. It's just a turn of phrase.
You okay?
I just keep having this feeling that someone's watching me.
Keep? As in not the first time? All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, no, I'm sure it's nothing. Let's go.
Right. Here we are.
Luis Alvarez? He's the guy you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's a legend.
Maybe you can trust me now.
Detective Forrest? Long time.
I'm a sheriff these days.
Oh, right. Wilmington, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I heard something about a founder's ball there this Friday that's suddenly the hottest ticket. Well, they say Wilmington used to be quite the antique scene, but that was before my time.
Mine too.
And who is this?
I'm Amelia Scott. Scott Antiquities. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Are you Margaret's daughter?
You knew my mother.
We never met in person, but we corresponded frequently. Usually about a certain very special item. And am I right in assuming that's why the two of you are here?
Actually, we came to have this painting restored.
Oh, okay. That is some serious smoke damage. I can still make out a signature. I think this might be by a local portrait artist who was active in the early 1800s.
That's what I'd hoped you'd say. Can you clean it?
It'll take a few days, but yes.
Do you think you could do a quick job of just this area today?
I could. It won't be fully clean, but enough to give you a clearer image.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Give me 2 hours.
Okay.
Maybe the sheriff here can introduce you to Boston's world-famous cannoli.
Is that all anyone talks about?
I'll show you why. Thank you. World-famous Boston cannoli.
I wouldn't talk about anything else either if I lived here.
We haven't even started on hot dogs. Next time, I'm gonna take you to Fenway Park.
Next time?
Yeah, next time you find a valuable antique in my basement that needs expert care.
I still can't believe Luis Alvarez owes you a favor. You have to tell me that story.
It's not very exciting. It's back when I was a detective here in Boston. A fraud case. The same painting kept showing up in different sales. Only the original was safe with its owner.
Illegal prints?
Full-on forgeries. Managed to trace the canvases back to Luis's studio.
Luis was forging paintings?
That's what my captain thought. But my gut was telling me something different. So on my free time, I staked out a studio. A few days later, I busted one of his employees trying to make a sale. Caught him red-handed.
Wow. So you single-handedly saved Luis's reputation. And reputation is everything.
I was only doing my job.
Just when I think I know who you are, you surprise me yet again.
I could say the same about you. I keep telling you my stories. You're not offering many in return.
You have to understand, in my business, trust is hard to come by.
Well, I'm not in your business. I'm not trying to get in your way. That thing you're looking for must be very important. Okay.
Let's go.
Where's the sheriff?
Parking the car.
Look. It's a locket. The locket?
It's an exact match. Jacob Jameson really was James Jacobs.
Who was James Jacobs? What's this about a locket?
The true love locket, made for Queen Elizabeth I by Sir Robert Dudley, half of which has been missing for 2 centuries.
And this supposedly famous locket belonged to Jacob Jameson, the founder of Wilmington.
That's what this painting just proved.
Safe to assume it's worth some money.
The gold value alone. Not to mention the legendary value. Amelia is about to be the biggest star in the antiques world. What did I say?
Nothing I shouldn't have said already. I don't expect you to understand.
Oh, I understand. You wanted to find a locket that was gonna make you rich and famous.
That's not it.
Why'd you keep it a secret? So no one would beat you to it? So you could disappear with it back to your store in London, no one the wiser?
No, I would never do that.
Never mind the empty storefronts, the closed library, the dwindling population. Never mind that something so valuable might actually help turn Wilmington's fortunes around.
I wasn't trying to...
Everybody here embraced you. I hate to see their faces when they learn how little that meant to you.
Sorry. I didn't think that...
No, obviously not. Good night.
You should be excited. You proved your mother right.
I know, but I feel terrible. He completely misunderstood me.
Oh, in fairness, you didn't tell him the whole story.
Well, how could I? What if someone found it before me? I'd lose the chance to expand the business.
I don't think you had to worry about the local sheriff nicking it before you. Why don't you apologize?
It's too late for that.
You really like him, don't you? What was that? Did your sheriff text you?
No. It's an email from Luis Alvarez. I'll call you later.
Okay. Keep me posted.
Okay, bye. Oh, Marcus!
Nope.
Marcus! I'm glad I caught you.
You didn't.
I was wrong not to tell you and Francine and Hannah. But I'm glad you know now because I found something and I need your help.
Is it a police matter?
It would have been at the time. Lady Wilma Fanshawe faked her death. She survived and she came here. She's Enid's great-great-grandmother, Jane Shaw, Lady Wilma herself.
I think the statute of limitations has run out on that one.
Marcus, please, hear me out. I bought us an apology lunch from Jack's.
Oh, I never say no to an apology. Or a free lunch. Come on. So you're saying the same Lady Wilma, who inherited the true love locket from Queen Elizabeth I, lady-in-waiting, faked her death, changed her name, and moved here to Wilmington to marry Jacob Jameson?
Exactly.
Okay, let's just say you're right. How do the facts line up to support that?
Well, if we
Because we know that only a month before Lady Wilma was set to marry the Earl of... Duke of something, she died in a fire with only half of her locket left to identify her body. Which is highly suspicious, by the way.
Wait, how do you know that?
I can research lost valuable antiques, too. But why do you think that Lady Wilma is Jane Shaw?
Well, the portrait we took to Boston was of Jacob Jameson and his wife Jane, painted in Wilmington by a local artist in 1826. And the woman in the painting is the spitting image of Lady Wilma.
Okay, she does look a lot like her, but that's not exactly conclusive.
Jacob's wife, Jane Shaw, I've got her on a ship's manifest from England to Boston 2 days after Lady Wilma supposedly died. Lady Wilma's middle name was Jane, and Shaw is how you pronounce the end of Fanshawe.
Why in the world would you pronounce something spelled Feather Stone Ha Fanshawe?
I'm sorry, that's your takeaway from all of this?
Yeah, kind of. So, I get why it's big in the antique world, but why do you have the locket?
My mum bought it years ago. She sold half her shop to do it. It was her dream to find the missing half and prove the legend was real. But then she got sick, and that dream kind of disappeared. After she died, I just felt like it was the least I could do to keep up her search.
Sorry, I accused you of every horrible thing I said.
You're not completely wrong. I do want to expand Scott Antiquities, and we just don't have the funds. A find like this could change that.
Publicity wouldn't hurt either.
You're right. But more than that, I want to do it for my mum.
Now I get why this means so much to you. And why you didn't want to let anything get in your way. You weren't kidding when you said your mom spent years on this. This journal is jammed with research.
Yep, most of it leading to dead ends. Oh, crumbs. I'm sure I ordered chips.
You did. That's what those are.
Oh, right. We call these crisps. But chips are fries here. Yes. Sorry, I forgot where I was for a moment.
I just call them potatoes. You know, you say sorry a lot.
Do I? Sorry. It's an English thing.
So, do you really believe that the locket will bring you true love?
Doesn't matter what I believe, but it does make a nice story for a lost piece of history that doesn't want to be found.
You're on a treasure hunt.
I suppose so.
Okay. I'm gonna help you. If only to keep my peaceful little town from being overrun by a bunch of Indiana Jones wannabes.
Like me?
Nobody could be like you.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
To be determined. So where do we start?
Oh, well, I think Lady Wilma left us a clue, or should I say Jane, one that's been passed down for generations. The key to the Jameson family legacy.
The sampler. Let's take these crisps to go.
How did you get here so fast?
What happened?
I don't know. I came back from water aerobics and found my room like this.
Did they steal anything?
I don't think so. All of my jewelry is here, and they even left the cash on my nightstand.
Then what were they looking for?
Where's the sampler?
It's gone. What is this?
You need a proper cuppa after a shock like that, and the Americans just don't know how.
Oh, thank you, my dear. I can't believe I knew nothing about this locket. Though, if I went to that much trouble to change my identity, I'd probably hide my past too.
Lady Wilma did jilt an English duke by faking her death. The scandal would have ruined her family, and she wouldn't have wanted that, nor to be forced back home if she was discovered.
Well, maybe they destroyed the locket.
Items carry sentiment. They hid their pasts, and I think the locket too, maybe hoping a future generation would learn the truth of their love story.
You don't think
The family legacy? Yes, I do. The clue is in that sampler, and whoever stole it knows that too.
Deputy Grace, could you start taking statements from the staff, please? Thank you.
Did you find anything?
No. Security cameras show no unusual activity during the time that Enid was at aerobics.
they just walked in? I never lock the door. No one here does.
What about the note?
Send it off to Boston for analysis. Can hope for a fingerprint.
But they'll probably belong to me.
Well, it had to be someone with access to this building. That leaves us with 50 or so potential suspects.
Enid, who knew about the sampler?
Well, it was no great secret. I'd been asking around for someone to help me frame it. I showed it to a bunch of people.
Even so, no one could have known what the sample even meant.
And the missing archives? It can't be a coincidence.
Probably not. Someone who lives in this town knows about the locket.
If it's any help, I've had that poem memorized since I was 5 years old. Pass me a pen.
Yes. Yeah, I'll rush on those prints that I sent you. Would be much appreciated, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, next time I'm in Boston, wings on me. Thanks. So, what was in your bag that would have tipped somebody off?
My mother's journal, for one. And this.
Yeah, that would do it. Well, who had the opportunity to go through your bag?
Francine and Hannah. And then there was the librarian, Claudia. She was suspicious as to why I'm here. And I mean, it's true I wasn't really saying, but still. Then at the mayor's office, there was Poppy and Mayor Truman. He told me to come back after the ball, which gave him plenty of time to remove the documents himself. That's a lead, isn't it?
I just can't go around accusing people I've known my whole life of stealing something that I'm sure most of them don't even know exists. But if someone is following you, it's most likely the person who stole Enid's sampler.
Then we need to catch them in the act. And the best way to do that is to stay on the trail of the locket.
Uh-oh. I don't like it. It's too dangerous.
I won't be in danger. You're not leaving me alone. Hearts divided over the sea, love reunited, bridged by oaken tree. We bury the past up in bones built to last, where seas did blossom, whence we became three. Oh. Hannah? Remember when you were studying for your town history test? Was there an old oak tree?
Yeah, it was in the middle of a clearing, and that's where Jacob decided to build the town.
I remember that story. The tree reminded him of England, right? He used that tree to build the town hall, the first one. And they had to move it 100 years ago, some sort of sewage issues.
Ew.
Ew is right.
Okay, so where was the first one?
Well, I don't know either. But there's an old map in the sheriff's office. Good work, Deputy Hannah.
The layout is almost identical to the current town square.
Yeah, with one significant exception.
The town hall was relocated across the road.
Let's check it out.
There's nothing left of the original structure. No foundation, no posts or anything.
Yeah, they would have found anything buried here when they moved the original building. This can't be right. Are you cold?
No. No, I just have that feeling again. That someone's watching feeling.
All right, we should go. Come on. Watch your step. Are you all right?
Yes, thanks.
I'm walking you back to Francine's, and don't try to get rid of me.
I won't. It's not the worst thing to be personally escorted by the town sheriff.
Even when he's not John Wayne?
Can I tell you a secret?
Another secret, yeah.
I'm not really into westerns.
Oh, so you aren't attracted to cowboys after all?
No, but I do have a growing appreciation for the rabble-rousing revolutionary types.
Even after everything we did to your tea?
Can I tell you another secret?
Always.
I actually prefer coffee.
The sampler poem line, where seeds did blossom. Maybe we should be looking for a garden. There's a garden at the founder's house. It was famous in its day.
Of course. That's where the portrait was painted. Jacob must have hid the locket in the house when he built it.
Yeah, but he would have moved it with the family when he built the house closer to the river.
Maybe, but nothing in the poem references River House.
We bury the past, up in bones built to last.
The loft.
The attic.
Right. Attic.
Okay, well, that rules out the B&B. I tore apart the attic to fix the roof. There's nothing up there but old wood and new insulation.
Then all the clues still point back to the founder's house.
You're right. Let's go.
Should we ring the bell?
And say what? Hello, Mr. Mayor. Can we rifle through your personal belongings in case you happen to have an antique locket worth a lot of money?
Okay, maybe not in those exact words. Or any like it.
We don't even know if it's in there for sure.
Well, we need to get in to find out.
It's a private residence. We need permission. And breaking in is not an option.
In that case, were you planning on attending the ball tomorrow?
It was not.
Well, you are now. And I'll be your +1.
Look, hang, because, okay, look, because I can't dance, so.
Looking good there, Sheriff.
I feel ridiculous. How do people wear stiff clothing like this back in the day?
You're gonna be all right. I'll see you in there.
Thanks, Jack.
Hi.
Hi. You look... You look beautiful.
Thank you. You too.
Here's the plan. You're gonna give me the signal. I'm gonna cause a distraction so you can get upstairs.
Enid, you shouldn't get involved in this.
Of course I'm involved. This is the most fun I've had in ages. And we're hunting after my ancestors.
I suppose that settles it then.
Fine, but nothing illegal.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Shall we, my ladies?
Oh. We shall, my lord.
Lord Marcus, I can get used to that.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wilmington's 200th Anniversary Founders Ball.
Should we dance? Blend in?
I don't know this kind of dancing.
It's a waltz. I'll show you. Come on.
Help me.
I hope you're wearing steel-toe slippers.
It's a simple box step. You go forwards, I'll go backwards, like so.
Okay, this isn't so bad.
You're a natural.
So where'd you learn these old-timey dances anyway? English school curriculum?
More like growing up in the antiques business. This isn't my first anniversary ball.
It's definitely mine. Thankfully, my partner is graceful enough for the both of us.
I like this charming side of you. I also like the less charming side, too.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
To be determined.
This ball is fabulous.
But I have to warn you, my dears, there are a few other dealers here sniffing around. Word is out.
And we have no time to lose.
Enid! Somebody help!
Oh, no!
Come on. Do you think anyone saw us?
I don't think so. Let's be quick, just in case. Focus on the clues.
I'm not quite sure what those clues are now that we're up here. This attic is enormous.
Yeah, full of dusty old junk.
Oh, now hold on. Dusty, yes, but junk. Certainly not.
Amelia. Focus on the clues.
Oh, sorry. Hazard of the trade. Okay, what are we missing?
I don't know. Shh. Somebody followed us. made you follow us up to the attic?
No one's allowed up there.
You've been following me for days.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You went through my bag at the mayor's office. You read my mother's journal. You were trying to find the locket before I could.
What locket?
Oh, drop the act. You stole the archives when you found out I wanted to see them. You've probably never even looked at them before.
You were there at Enid's, too. When we were talking to her, you heard her say that the sampler is the key to her family legacy. Look, you don't have to say anything. But your fingerprints, left on the threatening note in her room, prove that you stole it. Where is the sampler, Poppy?
Why on earth would you cram it into your evening bag?
It seemed like the safest place. It's worthless anyway.
Quite the opposite.
So you do know about the locket. You've been following Amelia around the town. But when she didn't find it fast enough, you stole the sampler so you could find it first?
Finders keepers, right? But I couldn't figure it out. It was easier to let her do all the work.
What were you thinking, Poppy?
Maybe that the money I could make off a legendary locket would finally get me out of this pathetic town. But you never found anything. There's probably nothing to even find. All this has just been a huge waste of my time.
You trashed Enid's room. You let the threatening note. That's a crime. Harassment, theft, destruction of property, uttering threats. Those are all things I can and will charge you with.
I want a lawyer.
You be all right getting back to Francine's on your own? I have to stay here and wait for Poppy's lawyer now.
I'll be fine. Thank you. No one's creeping around me anymore. You're lucky you got the fingerprint analysis back.
Oh, that was a bluff. There wasn't anything in that folder.
Well played.
You're disappointed.
I'm glad we caught Poppy and got the sampler back. But that doesn't get us any closer to the locket.
Look, we can go back to the founder's house. I'm sure the mayor will agree to a search once he hears the whole story.
I don't know. Maybe Poppy was right. Maybe there's nothing to find. Maybe this just isn't meant to be. Good night.
Good night.
Hi.
This is amazing. It reminds me of Wilmington's better days.
I'm glad.
Good morning.
Ah, good morning.
This seems to be going very well.
Hmm? It certainly does. Must be off antiques to supervise.
You look tired.
Oh, what every lady wants to hear the day after a ball.
I didn't mean to look bad. You don't look bad at all.
I am tired. You can't help your annoyingly accurate observations.
Still, this is a great thing you've done here. I haven't seen the town this busy since I was a kid.
It might have been my idea, but your sister made it happen. Right. I suppose I should do another circuit in case anyone needs me.
Or you could take a break. I know the perfect place.
Okay.
Okay.
You've had a busy morning too, I imagine?
Yeah, Enid didn't want to press charges, so Poppy will get off with a slap on the wrist. Unless, of course, you want to press charges for her stalking you.
No. I'll follow Enid's example.
No one else in town will. Mayor Truman and Poppy are done. She's packed up and moved to her sister's place in Boston.
She's been run out of town?
I wouldn't say that, but look, Enid's like the town's grandmother. Everybody here is pretty upset about what Poppy did. Small towns have long memories. What about you? What are you gonna do next?
I'll head back to London, I guess. Maybe I'll keep up the search. But I really should focus on expanding the business, whatever that might mean.
You seem to have lost your enthusiasm.
London just seems like another life.
Well, have you ever considered expanding here? Look, I know it's not glamorous, but you did say we have a lot of antiques here. And this weekend has drummed up new interest, and as you recall, there's an empty store just waiting for a new owner.
Are you asking me to stay?
Oh, I would never,
Of course not. Obviously, I was only joking. It's so beautiful here.
Oh, well, it should be. This is a proposal path, where Jacob proposed to Jane.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Right there on that bridge.
I was so afraid I'd never see you again. Oh, my James.
It's Jacob now. Jacob Jameson.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Jameson. I'm Jane now. Jane Shaw.
Welcome to Wilmerton, Miss Shaw. I have never taken it off.
I miss mine so. Your portrait was all I had of you all these years.
You won't need it anymore. Jane Shaw, will you do me, Jacob Jameson, the honor of becoming my wife?
Yes, I will.
What a perfect spot to propose. No wonder Lady Wilma loved these wildflowers. She embroidered them on the sampler and decorated the river house with...
Listen, Amelia, see what I said earlier about, you know, how I wouldn't ask you to say, I didn't mean, well, I did mean, but that's not how I...
The flowers. The flowers. It was in front of me the whole time.
What? Hold on, what?
See? The flowers, they're the same.
And that means...
The flowers aren't crooked. Well, that's to say that they are crooked, but intentionally so. They're pointing upstairs.
We bury the past up in bones built to last. We were right about it being the bones of a house.
We were just wrong about which house. Come on. There's more.
Attic access is right here.
It's not the attic. Look at the last line. Where seeds did blossom, whence we became three.
Blossom as a baby. The nursery. I can't believe we missed it. It's right in here.
This must be it. This is the last flower, and it's pointing straight up.
Are you gonna open it? What is it?
Important papers. Letters. Proof that James and Lady Wilma really were Jacob and Jane.
That's huge.
It is. You're right.
What was it you said about old wooden furniture? People needed somewhere to hide their secrets?
Did it, Mum?
Finally. You found it.
We found it.
Do you realize what this means? You reunited the true love locket. So now you'll find true love. That's how it works, right?
That's what they say.
Do you believe it?
Should I? Oh. Sorry. That's work. Hi, Rebecca.
I found a buyer.
Rebecca,
This buyer's willing to pay 3 times what your mother did just for the Fanshawe half. We can finally do it.
Rebecca, I found it.
Do you realize what this means? The price goes up tenfold. You could expand to Paris and Amsterdam at the same time. This is incredible.
Rebecca,
Amelia, I'm so proud of you. Your mother would be too. Oh, I have to call the buyer right away. Or maybe I should call Sotheby's first. I have to go.
Wow. Paris and Amsterdam. Sounds glamorous. Your mother would be proud.
Marcus.
I get it. You found the love locket. Now you're leaving. I should get back to work. Excuse me.
Marcus?
Congratulations, Amelia. You got everything you deserved.
I suppose I'm checking out.
I really loved having you here.
I loved being here. Did you have a chance to go over the sale terms?
I did, and it's very generous. Are you sure it's worth that much?
Definitely.
I already talked it over with Enid, and she's happy with whatever we decide. It's strange. We were all on this great adventure, and now it's just over.
I know how you feel. I always wondered what Mum would have done if she'd found it.
She never said?
I always assumed she'd have sold it and started looking for the next thing. That's what I thought I'd do.
And expand your business? Isn't that your dream?
I have a new dream I want to run past you, but it might need a fresh pot.
Okay. Okay, that should work. I'll let her know. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
All settled?
Are you sure this is what you want to do?
I could ask you the same thing.
I'm thrilled. Marcus will be too.
That remains to be seen.
You want me to call him?
I can do this. Sheriff.
Miss Scott? Thought you'd be halfway over the Atlantic by now.
I want to donate my half of the locket to the town. Francine wants to do the same. And the mayor gave me the title to the old antique shop on Main Street in return. Scott Antiquities, Wilmington. Has a nice ring to it. What do you think?
What about Paris? Amsterdam?
I sort of fell in love here. With the town. All the beautiful antiques. And the people. One person in particular.
What about your shop in London?
Rebecca's got it covered. The advantages of having a partner.
Your mom.
Would have wanted exactly this. I just didn't realize it until now.
Are you sure?
The locket brought Jacob and Lady Wilma together. And it brought me here. To you.
Well, I can't argue with that logic.
Good townspeople, honored guests, as mayor of Wilmington, I am thrilled to open the permanent exhibit celebrating Jacob and Wilma Jane Jameson and their legendary love, featuring the antique locket given from Sir Robert Dudley to Queen Elizabeth I and said to bring true love to its owner. I hereby declare Wilmington the town of true love.
I have to get back to the B&B. We are full for yet another weekend.
So many proposal parties. I might have to start a new side gig.
All right, sis. Well, Deputy Hannah, she can come with us.
Sorry, Uncle Marcus, but I want to be an antique dealer like Amelia.
Oh. I could use an intern. How handy are you with a dust mop?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant I wanted to be a librarian. I like books. Hi.
Sorry.
You glad you stayed?
I've never been happier. Are you glad I stayed?
Absolutely. Finally have someone to take care of all that old furniture in the basement.